This is going to be on the Stylecraft Evo trimmer. Might be the only magnetic trimmer on the market as far as I know. Performance wise, what does that mean? Probably going to mean faster blade strokes, like 10,000 versus others like 7,000. Biggest difference is the quietness of the motor. Now this is the new JRL 2020 trimmer. Really like everything about this trimmer, other than it doesn't have a stand, as I mentioned that in another video. You have the holes, or the screw holes, left open in order to zero gap the blade if you want to. This comes with 3 different blades, and this is not a comparison video. This is not a which is better video. Either one of these is going to be fantastic. Same goes for the clippers. The 2020 or the 2020 clipper, or either the new Ergo, are going to be great. Now you notice this looks a little similar in design to the Ergo, but I think the Ergo has a little bit more of a pivot. The Ergo clipper feels great in the hand. Great balance. Really feels good. The Evo, it took me a second to get used to it. I felt like I didn't know where I wanted to put my thumb exactly, and it felt just a little bit slippery. Nothing that using it for a day didn't rectify. You know, sometimes different tools have different feelings or whatever. This has a slight hump in it, so you kind of naturally would put your thumb in that divot area, but then it's too light on the back end, sort of, you know, to utilize that for any weight distribution. So I say all that to say, if they made this like a miniature version of this with the curvature in it, it would be fantastic. I mean, it would be something like part of your hand you probably wouldn't want to let down. Now this, having none of those features, still feels really great. The weight is really well balanced. You do have a little thumb rest right here. Seeing that? Little indentation for your thumb. Yeah, I'm really liking this. The only thing I question or wonder about is, in due time, are these buttons going to wear out? Is this, sometimes you gotta kind of get down in there to push it. It feels like, and maybe it's just different styles, just me. The good thing is, if this little piece wears out, I mean, you can buy a new lid, or it comes with 3 different lids, and if you buy the green ones, then you have 6 lids, because it comes with the gray and I think the brown wood grain. So not a problem if that little button wears out, you know, on the casing itself. Will it? Who knows? Don't know. All right, this comes with a ceramic cutter on here. It comes with 2 other blades in the box. Stylecraft website is very difficult to use on a mobile device. It's like huge spaces in between each listing. So I've got all my information from the blades over on the Gamma website, and it will describe, I think the shorter teeth leave a sharper line. I can't remember. You can go to Gamma's website and read it. It breaks down all the blades within the description. It does not say that on the Stylecraft website. These are the 2020 clippers. Still, you know, if I were to get a second pair and only could choose one, and that's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to get a second set of one of these clippers. I have yet to figure out which one I really want. There's things you can't go wrong with either one. Absolutely love both of these tremendously. Said it before and I'll say it again, these are some of the greatest tools that have come out in recent years for the barbering industry. Really innovative, really, I mean, it's feel great. I was never a huge Magic Clip fan. I didn't quite get the fuss, get the hype or whatever. And maybe, you know, you may get these and think the same thing. You're like, what the heck is Rick talking about? These, that's fine, that's your opinion, cool. I really like them. I've yet to decide which ones I better, and if I had to choose just one, I can't at this point. Oh, that sounds like junk. Don't leave that on there. These are kind of neat because whenever they go dead or start dying, the JRL eliminates red instead of white. Oh, that was pretty cool. And I'm just going to throw this out there to Gamma. Put black screws on these. This, you have the gold lettering. You have the matte black, and I put the gold blade on there. Which actually I really like the way the gold blade cuts. I can't tell too big of a difference between the two. The gold blade has done really well for me. That's the one they say use if you want to use the like the Andis back, steel blade back. Because of the longer teeth. Really like that, but I just think this would pop if it had black, you know, screws on it. It would just look pretty cool. But this is the Alpha, which most of you have used, what have you. It's a good clipper, don't get me wrong. It's just not my favorite. You know, it's some people like this style and may have a hard time getting used to this. That's fine. This will serve you well. But for performance, value, everything else, feel, I want to lead you to one of these. You know, this one right now is going to be like $160 on JRL's website. That's like an introductory price. I don't know how long it's going to be like that. They initially said it was supposed to come out at $200, but because of the pandemic and barbers not having, you know, as much income right now, they released it at $160, which is really cool. This $10, $20 more maybe. Still very well worth it. But this one at fluctuating between $130 and $150. Spend a few more bucks and get one of these. You know, just my opinion on that. Any questions, let me know. We're going to go back to the trimmers. I haven't used this one in the shop yet. This one just came in Saturday. It's kind of been playing around with it and stuff. Yeah, so what I'm telling you right now is just based on first impressions and feel. But I'll let you know after using it for a couple of days how it compares. This one performs fantastically. It hasn't let me down yet. It's plowed through anything. And even being, I mean, it's still relatively quiet. Very quiet, very smooth running. Yes, it's got the rotary, if I can hear it starting up. But it's very quiet, works very well, no problems with it at all. This, I don't know if other blades will fit on this. This one, my only question is going to be where the other blade is going to be or come from. Will other brands fit it? In the past, I've used JRL for a long time. I had their 1050 clipper, I believe it was. Or is that the trimmer? And I've got the 1090 now, which I will be talking about in an upcoming video. But their materials, I've gone to get replacement blades for the old one. They're out of stock a lot of times. I went last night to look for some guards, and they were out of stock. The trimmers and clippers are out of stock right now. They're still haven't officially released them, but I do hope that those out of stock items improve and they begin to keep inventory, because if this, you know, blade, you drop it, break it, what have you, you need to order one. You should have, I mean, first off, you should have a backup anyway, but if it's a proprietary blade, nothing else will fit, and they're out of stock, well, this renders this rather useless. And that puts a bad taste in your mouth. You can't use your favorite trimmer or whatever, then it really puts a bad taste in your mouth, and you want to be able to use those things. So I do hope those things improve for JRL. That's just one thing I've noticed in the past. I know right now they're inundated with orders for these 2020s, so I'm cutting a little bit of slack on that, obviously. But yeah, like I said, I'm talking a year or two in the past with some of their other tools. Now, I was able to go to another website just a barber supply site and find replacement blades, which is fine. And I don't know if that's going to be the case for these or not. Talk to you next time. Thank you.